Most people don't struggle with prospecting because they don't know what to say. They struggle because of certain psychological barriers, mainly, that they don't even realize they have. After working as a sales trainer, coach, and a sales consultant for close to 20 years, I've seen the same patterns across many industries. In this video, I'm revealing the 5 reasons why salespeople avoid prospecting and exactly what to do to overcome them. If your pipeline feels empty, though everyone in the business is busy, stick around. This could be the most valuable 20 minutes you spend this week in sales. If we have not met before, I am Sam Kariuki. For nearly 2 decades, I have trained and coached thousands of salespeople and hundreds of sales teams, from startups to enterprise organizations. I've sat on thousands of performance evaluation sessions where we looked at prospecting, reviewed countless pipelines, and helped turn around sales organizations and salespeople that were stuck. What I have learned is that the problem is rarely tactical. It's almost always psychological and behavioral. Here is why this matters so much. If you are not prospecting consistently, every other sales skill you have is irrelevant. You can be world class at discovery calls, presentations, negotiations, and you are master of closing. But if you don't have enough opportunities to apply all that on, none of it matters. Your income, your confidence, and even your job security all depends on prospecting. Yet, most sales people treat prospecting like it's not mandatory in their job. Today, I will show you why that happens and how to fix it permanently. The number one reason salespeople struggle with prospecting is fear of rejection. I once coached a talented sales executive. Let's call her Sarah to protect my clients. She knew her product inside out and had great closing numbers when she got in front of the client. But she would spend entire mornings preparing, dating her CRM, researching her LinkedIn profiles, thinking about how she will open the call. But at the end of the day, she'd make no calls. What was really happening was a classic prospecting avoidance behavior. Her brain was protecting her from the emotional pain of hearing no. Preparation felt productive, but it was really sophisticated form of procrastination. What was the solution to this? Shifting her focus from outcomes, that is getting a meeting when she makes the call, to activity, that is the number of attempts she made the calls. I had Sarah track her calls and messages for 30 days. And once the rejection lost its emotional charge through volume, her results grew significantly. Rejection, remember, is not personal. It's just data. The second reason, most salespeople don't have a clear, repeatable prospecting process. They just go through it or wing through it. There's a team that I worked with that was selling accounting software where every salesperson had their own approach. One guy would send emails, another would just make rambling calls, another one will go and knock doors physically, another one was on LinkedIn doing whatever they want to do, and everyone was doing their own thing. The result were inconsistent, and the morale across the team was low, and definitely the numbers were showing. Without a system, prospecting becomes very exhausting mentally because every attempt requires starting from scratch, and your brain hates that uncertainty. And what was the solution to this team? We built a simple, proven prospecting activities sequence. For example, if we started with a personalized LinkedIn message, then once that happened, we followed up with the value email. Then we made a call with a clear benefit as an opener. And then we kept in touch on the social media by proving our value. This was documented, and every other process, depending on where the prospect came from or where the lead was generated from, there was a clear process that was followed. And once you document such a process and you practice it until it becomes automatic, you are mentally freed up to do it and enjoy it, and you look forward to it because you can see progress. The third reason is talking to the wrong people, but to make it worse, reaching out to them with the wrong message. That software client had another challenge in that there were a lot of calls being made to everyone in the organizations. They were calling CEOs, finance people, HR people, operations people. When we audited and when we looked at all those calls, they were either too small, the organizations being called, too big, or they didn't have immediate need. Yet wrong people in these organizations were being called. And the third challenge, there was just a generic message to anyone and everyone in this organization. And no wonder the rejection rate was so high. And the salespeople then associated prospecting with failure. So what we did, as I worked with this team and I worked with them for over 2 years, is just identify who is the ideal customer or ideal prospect profile in terms of organization, who are the right people to reach out to, and what is the right message for each of those people within that organization, speaking to their specific triggers and pain points. And when we did this, right message to the right people in the right organization, the confidence returned, and everyone started looking forward to prospecting. And it was fun, and the numbers kept on improving. The fourth reason is lack of accountability. Salespeople left on their own will find it hard to act, especially at the start. Humans are wired to choose immediate comfort over uncertain future rewards, and prospecting has future rewards rather than immediate rewards. We see the results in the bank after, not immediately. And I have seen salespeople reorganize their desk, answer urgent emails, do filing, uh, and every other thing within the organization that feels safe, including nice sales meeting, just to avoid the discomfort of prospecting. I coached such a salesperson, and he admitted that he felt guilty at the end of every day because he knew he hadn't done his calls, though he looked and appeared to be busy throughout the day. And the guilt made him avoid prospecting even more. So, what did we do? Just create certain external accountability that can hold the person to do what they're supposed to do. So part of the way you can build this within your organization or for individual salesperson is to set aside time. And this has been said over and over. Set aside time, block it in your calendar for making prospecting calls. And keep a simple daily scorecard. The calls made, the messages sent, the LinkedIn messages sent, the conversations that you have had, all for prospecting every day. Then these numbers need to be reported to a supervisor, a manager, or a coach, or an accountability partner. Such commitment is so powerful, and I have seen it work so powerfully every time we get it, particularly having an accountability partner where you can be so vulnerable and so open that this is what I have done, and they can ask you questions. This, I have seen it change and transform sales teams. The last one, which is number 5, which I would have made it number 1 because it's so common and so big, especially for people who have not come from a prior sales background, is having a deep-seated limiting belief around sales and prospecting, and a weak identity around sales. Many salespeople I've seen believe that prospecting makes them appear desperate. I am showing that I am needy, or I am bothering people. Or in terms of identity, they believe that they were never born salespeople, or there are other people who have it better than them. And in the 2 decades I've worked with sales teams, I can tell, and I've seen it over and over, that beliefs destroy more pipelines than any other reason. Overcoming such beliefs is transformational. There's this engineer who turned into a sales engineer or a salesperson who they knew intellectually that prospecting was necessary, but they always struggled in doing it. Their identity was, I'm a technical expert, I'm not a salesperson. And this held them back. So how you deal with this is the first thing is to reframe your identity and embrace that you are a salesperson, and your salesperson is not an inferior role. You are a salesperson because you bring value, you bring solutions, you help people, you are not bothering them. And every day reminding yourself with it a reminder of people you have helped, businesses that have come better by taking up your solutions. This will rebuild the salesperson's confidence faster than you can think about. Here is your homework this week. The first you need to do is set aside at least an hour every day for prospecting. Don't do anything within that hour, no distractions, just focus on prospecting. An hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever, but at least every working day you have set aside time for prospecting. The second homework is if you don't have, or if your organization doesn't have, build an ideal prospect profile and create a list of 5 qualified targets who match this ideal prospect profile that you will reach out to. And number 3, track activity, that is prospecting activities, and report them daily to someone, either your boss or your colleague who holds you accountable, or a coach, but ensure you are reporting them to someone. And the further assignment that can be transformation to you is choose one limiting belief that holds you back and try to dispute it with evidence that shows otherwise, other than what you have held that belief. Do these 4 things consistently, and you will see your pipeline transform in the next 30 days. Now, which of these 5 challenges hit you the hardest, or affects your team the most, or affect you as an individual? Comment and I will check on it. And if you are a sales manager, you are a business owner, you are a HR manager whose team is struggling with prospecting, I can help. That is what I have been doing for the last 20 years, amongst other sales issues that I have dealt with. So check on my contacts details and see how we can work together in the video description. In the next video, I'm breaking down why even good salespeople fail at following up and what you can do differently. If you want more of this, hit the like button, subscribe to this video, and turn on notifications so that you don't miss when I post the next videos. Thank you for watching. Now, go and fill that pipeline.